everybody, and welcome to this episode. Today we have a Majora's Mask Tournament Season 3 today for you. We have bcguppy versus Demichi. Today at the commentary booth we have Axel Ryman and Spec. Say hello, you two.
Hello, you two. Yeah, this is gonna be a race for sure.
It's getting close to that point where the initial bracket seeds are so close that someone cannot get away with full clearing the seed while the other one maybe finds an item early and whatnot. Every single item that someone gets early and every single mistake, it's all gonna count.
For sure. And we have seen how bad a mistake can actually make, or can result in, rather. This is me without having a sip of coffee, by the way.
Oh, I got my coffee right here as well. First saying to Pamela, with the amount of coffee I've got, I would take Pamela plus, I don't know, 5 other very long out-of-the-way checks.
I'll take all of them, please. Thank you.
See, on Guppy's side, he's very used to playing those almost 4-hour seeds with the all tricks logic, dungeon entrance randomizer, full fairy rando. Be a breeze for him.
Yeah, and speaking of Guppy, we do have his sound, so we get to hear all the yeah, whatever, choosing your file.
It's always something when the runner plays with the randomized SFX. I don't know how you guys do it. Like, if I'm try-harding, trying to play fast, I just cannot do it.
I just like it for the enjoyment factor. But we are off, and I was able to catch a glimpse of the clock tower, and it's just a vanilla heart piece.
Heart piece? Yeah, I can't even justify getting that. See Michi go for the tingle, and Guppy, maybe he saw something he likes, or no, not really, just gonna do south stuff.
Probably went to go check to see if the chest was gilded, and if not, just go for the south opener. Which, not a bad idea. South opener has had quite a few things.
In terms of getting several items really early in the seed, south is very efficient. Whoa. Well, talk about getting things early.
That's good to find early.
I don't know if Michi does observatory, but if he does, he will have to decide to either ditch this letter or ditch the old, push back the old lady and whatnot.
Yeah. So we do have Kamaro's mask, rather. I think that might have been a big gilded on the stump. Alright. Rat Sisters is dead.
I don't know what Guppy is thinking, but if I'm on his side, inside that very grotto on the tip of the grass, you could immediately go to day 2 morning and do the letter 100% individually. That takes it out of the way so fast and moderately efficiently as well. Also, you can get items early, such as Goron Mask and stuff. And then for the next cycle, you have a very, very good toilet paper.
Very. So far, we did get our gossips. Ranch Sisters was a duplicate. Zora Capeway the hero. Pohut and Butler are dead, so don't have to worry about those checks. Which is sad, because we kind of wanted some long checks today.
Those always hints they have definitely slowed down on a few of the recent races. Zora Capeway of the hero, that can always bring some question marks. For example, if you have a bomb bag, do you jump the gun and go there? You have a hook shot, you're probably going there. Even as little as a Zora mask, you can do 2 things there. Maybe that's what unlocks the entire seed.
And this south opener, Ocean Spider House Day 1 is just a heart container, so not worried about that. But this south opener has giving us some gilded chests, but nothing worthwhile. Except maybe that letter to cafe, but we don't really know what may be on that letter.
Oh my god, Good Guppy's doing the all sanity strat where you go. Oh, okay, he didn't.
Yeah, he probably just wants to smack it a bit. Ooh, Cell Clocktown is foolish, so don't have to worry about
That
a
is-
hookshot or moonsteer.
Very good. Eliminates the post box as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no issues on the Deku Mask plus Moonsteer issue.
Zorkeep's still way of the hero. This is a Mizu seed, so we could have beavers.
Yep, beavers are 100% on the line.
Mm-hmm.
The Zarcape way of the hero. Although the randomizer likes to give us the beavers hints anyway in this scenario. She has got quite a bit of money really early. Meanwhile, Guppy had to negotiate with the bushes in order to simply do this opponent race. Kind of a collateral if you do the South Opener and you need to do this race and there are no small chests. Or the small chests are all bad, heart pieces and stuff. And Guppy
These
didn't really
sound
go for the
effects.
rupee tree.
These sound effects on Guppy's side, just why?
Crank it up a little bit so I can hear them.
The ocarina sound is just really concerning, and we had something dying when the Gorman brothers screamed.
So far so good. On Michi's side, wow, he already has 99. This also happened on the other seed that I have commentated when the runner gets 99 after doing the room key, and then it's like you go for the deposit or maybe not.
That's a Zora mask on Madame Aroma.
Yep. We have the worst way to do like in the world and a single underwater chest. Also a free trip to Zora Hall if anyone's counting. You could actually just massively jump the gun and go right from here to Zora Cape. It wouldn't be so bad, honestly. I feel silly to not have a bottle and not have more. Well, speaking of bottle, not having more stuff to do things on the way. But every single check that you can re-grab is not too out of the way.
Yeah, commentary speaks of it, and all of a sudden, it's there.
Be doing the traditional opener stuff before going for the full ladder to cafe quest. Still not quite doing the whole process of the cafe quest. In terms of minor time saves, this gotta suck a little bit because right now you missed a good spot for playing Song of Double Time inside a grotto. Now you're gonna do what? Guess you're just gonna eat 2 cutscenes. Or do the massive cycle and let the cafe quest hang in.
And nice bunny hood on Guru Guru.
A nice addition to the inventory for sure.
And since we're going to be doing Postman's minigame, well, it is now officially in Logic. Which is rare, to be honest.
Yeah, would have thought you can legally do that minigame.
Wasn't able to see what was on Bomb Shop, but it definitely didn't look like anything Michi wanted.
Michi with the 89 rupees on the bank, and Guppy's probably gonna have 30. Just gonna be comfortable. Be fair. Also on Guppy's side, I'm not sure. I guess you just reset over the gold dust. Maybe try to play around the actual gold dust trade, but not sure if he rushes the cafe quest in the traditional way. Not sure if he's gonna ever be able to sell it. I mean, he could set up night 1 and do some stuff. It feels silly to play a long night 1 when you're not gonna do the old lady mugging event.
Yeah.
You could do that simply to empty out the gold dust and do day 2 Mystery Woods with a potion.
And Michi failed the first attempt at the postman minigame, but did get a bit of a bailout with the 5 rupee reward, so can easily do swordsman school.
Certainly good to hear. If you're not one of those runners who preload a 2 rupee retry.
Mm-hmm. Although you do get some rupees for hitting the gong, if I recall.
Oh yeah, you can do that before the minigame starts. That's a neat little life hack.
Yep.
Oh my god, doing bunny hood postman, that is not on my playbook. It's so weird. Numbers just get to you, I swear.
Mm-hmm.
Michi maybe change his mind.
Ah, wait, there is something there.
Oh, it's a... I thought it was a gift though. I was gonna say a comment about it, but I guess if you have 50, you can just get it.
That stone mask is pretty worthwhile, especially this early, because Deku Palace and Pirate's Fortress.
Yeah, those are still coming, definitely. There's value in it.
Mm-hmm.
Also value in doing bank early with those 53 rupees, but who's counting?
Not me. And Dampe Digging just has a piece of heart.
This Guppy's doing kind of a mishmash between leaving the cafe quest hanging and actually having a productive cycle. Interesting to say the least. Usually when you can just stop everything you're doing and getting through the cafe quest individually, has a lot of benefits. Especially since you don't have to not even think much, but it's you kind of play around everything. You're in one place to do 3 checks. It's very direct.
Pretty decent Dodongo fight for Michi. Only brown chests, unfortunately.
Gotta say, having the extra heart container really helps here because of the snowball guys. Although he has Bunny Hood.
Yeah.
Bunny Hood, you don't really get problem with them.
And Guppy not going to grab the stone mask. Oh, no. Well left chest has Goron mask.
Oh, we're in for a ride, people.
What a hint. And a repeat hint.
Yeah, Mitching with cricking his head a little bit, you know, taking a sip of the whatever beverage that is. Just
enjoy the bunny hood. It's all you speed for a while. Yes, Cations, that's true.
So that's the point where you're like, okay, when we're gonna find the hook shot in the Gibdo mask? When I get to do it, will I be out of logic and need to keep track of it? Am I gonna get the oink oink piggy mask before getting the wallet? All of these things have to go through your mind, and that is not particularly doesn't give much pleasure.
Yeah, it looks like Michi's gonna grab their Lair to Cafe in a bit.
We're gonna see the letter on Michi's side, and honestly, in this spot, if you're, you know, getting a letter like this, and it would be a spot where you kind of ponder if you do the quest or if you try to get everything else around it. I'm on the team that it's just so good to put in the toilet as soon as possible. I wouldn't even think twice. So this is a good spot for saves come, as we saw in the Exodus and Brigo race, but.
And welcome everyone from ZeldaSpeedRuns.
I think that with this late, I mean, it would suck if Hookshot, for example, was in the cafe quest and you kind of, you know, spend an entire at least 35-minute cycle without it. But I think there is at least one comfortable way to spend your day 3 until 10 p.m. to see what there's in the 500 rupees all night mask purchase, and then ditch the cycle and do ladder to cafe quest individually. You have the Zora mask, so you can actually enter Stockpot Inn at midnight day 1 to ditch the ladder.
Yep.
And then there will be at least a Zora mask trip to Zora Cape and Zora Hall. For this beginning of the game, in order to have a clear path to the ladder usage, I think it's almost as good as you can ask for. Wouldn't bargain with more than that, to be honest.
And to our readers, again, welcome. We're already in for quite a seed. We know that Goron Mask is in left side well, so yeah, we're going to be searching for quite a few things, and looks like this letter to cafe kind of paying off with a wallet.
Well, we got our blue potion source. In terms of fastest way to Goron Mask out of logic, it's 1 out of 3 items. Looking good. I think it's at least nice to see on Michi's side that he will absolutely not get punished by getting this letter a little bit later than usual.
Yep.
Another very interesting fact that if you look at the well left path hint, unless you have a lot of faith in Cbot, you know it's gonna be a wallet seed. I'm sorry, but you're not gonna get the Oink mask a fair use. You just won't. This seed has a required wallet, and now we know it. So you might think about preloading at least 300 rupees for bank, because you know bank 2 will be in logic, and you will have to do it. Michi's side, he has so much money. He has a lot of money. I'm not sure in what way he will do his Zora Hall trip, because you need money for that. But as far as the future of the mid game of the seed is concerned, he can deposit. He can have 300 rupees in the bank very, very comfortably.
So let's see. bcguppy did a cycle reset. I don't think he actually traded in the gold dust, so that was a bit of a money loss. Michi did also. Michi found a bow as well, which is pretty early for a projectile. But then again, we had Zora, so we have 2 projectiles. So yeah.
Honestly, if you were on Michi's side and you found bow, maybe you could have justified doing some stuff to play around gold dust. But you're not even close to Mountain Village access. And not that it matters too much, you already know that one of the items involved in having north access, which is the Goron Mask, is already blocked behind a very late game progression. So the gold dust, its value really diminishes. Also, not to mention the fact that to re-grab this gold dust is the easiest thing ever.
Oh yeah, for
as
sure.
Free as Ladder to Cafe.
So the only reason why I mention it is because we did get that wallet, so we can actually work towards Bank 2 already, which could have something.
Yeah, definitely. The Smithy 1 and 2 combo will definitely be on the list of the later things in the seed. Kind of nice to know that very well ahead of time. Yeah, I think in 100 out of 100 cases here, you absolutely do not play around that gold dust.
I think that's a hook shot. No, it's a Razor Sword.
The most expensive sword upgrade ever. Honestly, I'm very big on getting a sword upgrade as soon as possible, even if it means forcing it. But the whole future Bank 2 and Logic situation here, maybe, just maybe, you can consider not buying it. Maybe. I think it's probably still better to buy it, even though you're gonna sink 90 rupees in your Bank 2 journey. Also Zora Hall money journey and stuff. But yeah.
And Guppy grabs his bow.
Interested to see how Guppy is gonna get around the old lady event in this cycle. My guess is that he might not even do that, honestly. I just play a perpetual whatever it is time of day cycle. Just maybe skip to day 2, do the mystery woods, and the old lady can just help herself, unfortunately. Wouldn't be so bad, to be honest, but Majora, you'd never feel good about neglecting those Sphere 0 type checks. And Michi's shoes, oh my god, selling this gold dust here is so good. The Future Bank 2 situation, it's really nice.
Oh yeah.
Still has a long ways to go in the bank, and no, wait, Michi. Well, 2 out of 3 to our Gora mask. Yeah, I say,
well,
Michi just did a crucial mistake. I'm sorry, but it just is. You cannot leave 200 in the bank there if you're thinking about the future wallet requirement. You absolutely have to deposit 1 literal rupee more than that. Be 99 away from 300 and then 200 away from 500. So you really gotta deposit 1 more. If not even more, like, depending on the path and where the wallet is, you could even do Bank 2 out of logic much sooner. This will not happen here because it's on a cafe quest, which is very accessible. But you gotta think about those minor money differences when it comes to preloading stuff in the bank.
Well, Michi doesn't have a wallet, so anything related to wallet stuff right now, it probably isn't on his mind.
Yeah, that's the situation, because Michi doesn't have a wallet, but it's the well-left path hint that really makes you think you will get a wallet 99% of the time. I won't blame Michi if he's not thinking about that, but this is quite relevant.
Personally, I probably would just deposit everything, because there are a couple of checks I'd probably be doing, and then all of a sudden, hey, look, 50 or even 100 or 200 rupees. Might as well just deposit it all and then get a refill.
I think in that situation, you definitely stay with 80 rather than this weird 87. I think it's a good amount if you go do the Milk Road stuff. Because you... And even if you're one of the people who usually stays in logic, because sometimes the bank deposits with the 99 wallet just get very well routed, you know, without even you thinking about them. So letting clean 200 on the bank deposits, it's, you know, doesn't hurt to have a little bit more. So maybe you gotta get prepared for a little bit more stuff.
And speaking of 100 rupee refill, there's a silver rupee on Milk Road Tingle.
Very nice cashback. And also, yeah, and needless to say that those situations also happen where you need some money. For example, a good 60, I think it's usually good for a Milk Road. You either buy both items from Tingle, or you buy the Gorman Bros item and do the race. It's not. You're not gonna be able to do everything ever, but I think it's a very fair compromise. And Michi just preloaded more money than necessary, hurt his bank a little bit, and Tingle even had some a cashback, which is not too uncommon. Don't rely on those, but it definitely adds up on the percentages. I hope you guys are enjoying my Routing Bank 1 and 2 TED Talk here in Majora's Mask Randomizer. Secretly got paid to do this type of talk, and the seed is a mere cosmetic on the screen.
I looked away, so I wasn't able to see what was in the water.
Guppy really doing the situation that I described earlier, just valuing a single Zora Mask exploration into Zora Cape and Zora Hall. I think that is very good. I would rather do the more streamlined stuff, kind of what Michi is doing. He's still gonna go through the mystery woods and stuff, and only then explore Great Bay. I think that's a little bit more solid. But on Guppy's side, giving the the different order in which he did things, I think it's totally fine. Although, when it comes to Guppy's time of day, I'm not sure if he's gonna value the old lady event ever, but I think he should have made night 1, honestly.
And
because the thing is, all of these Great Bay locations that he's looking at, you don't need a time of day for them at all. You can just play them as you wish, and you gotta take the advantage of it and route a check as bad as old lady, because when you're gonna get to do it again? It might be never on Guppy's side.
Well, meanwhile, we have found a Ranchway of the Hero, so that's a little bit concerning.
Dog Roof is in logic. You hate to see it. Try to play around getting Goron Mask and Powder Keg. Your hook shot might just be in the Dog Roof chest. Because in this case, you would lock Goron Mask.
Okay, Guppy, don't do the bad thing. And just a bomb chew for the fish.
You saw the bomb chew could make a difference, but not here, unfortunately. Something that is very underrated. When you have a bomb bag and a bomb chew, you can do Biobaba with luck out of logic. I mean, you can do the visual check period. That is already good enough. And you all know that check gets isolated very easily. Especially in Season 3, where you can see the underwater chest with the chest size. We get our hinted item here. Not.
That's another bottle. And ice arrows for Michi, which I'm guessing is Road to Southern Swamp Grotto. Okay.
We're probably gonna get our Goron Mask perfectly in logic sooner than we might realize then, if there's already ice arrows. So only magic is missing aside from the hard required stuff.
And
Also,
as chat is pointing out, that bottle is not Wath, because we did find a bottle earlier.
Exactly. Sphere 0 bottle on East Clocktown. 100%.
And we found Letter to Mama in the Zora Hall. Great.
Not the worst place. And Guppy will have plenty of leeway to fill that in. And think about it. If you're a Guppy, imagine if you're in Zora Hall and it's like, I don't know, 10 p.m. maybe. I mean, maybe 11. 11 would be more ideal. You get to return to Clocktown after cleaning this place. You do the old lady event, deposit all your money, sell the chateau, deposit 200 more, and the bank gets perfectly routed. It's insane. But given that he only played to night 1 now, I don't even know if he's gonna get to do that. And there's still stuff to be done. For example, Pyre Fortress exterior. If you're really trying that hard, you could also go to Pinnacle Rock. I do not wish that upon anyone.
Mirror Shield not required. So, oh, hello, Hookshot in Day 2 Mystery Woods. Great.
Oh,
this is
I guess that's it.
Well, we have almost our Ikana access. We're still missing magic.
Yeah, all we know is that Goron Mask cannot lock our first possible magic. And that's it. You just, from here on, you got Goron Mask. You're just all the way there. Michi could definitely get the witch gift from here. I mean, heal the other witch, and then immediately jump the gun and go to Ikana. I think that's very good, actually, because of the Goron Mask benefits.
And yes, Fox, well left chest is hinted Goron mask.
There's only one thing that you need to be careful. If you get Goron this way, you still don't have a logical access to north, to Mountain Village and Goron Village. If you can play prudently and know you still need to either find Magic Fire Arrow before Mountain or a Bomb Bag before Mountain, can still get the Goron Mask early and get the benefits from it.
Mm-hmm.
On Guppy's side, now here comes the Night 1 is running. You gotta know or decide that if you're gonna go do the old lady event or not. Then Guppy's kind of like, you know, got on Epona, just driving all the way to the scrub. Then I couldn't tell. Gonna return south. Grab the ladder. So you could do that, and then what else?
Yeah, grab the letter, use it for toilet paper later on.
Michi doing a somewhat responsible seed, which is when you heal the witch, you just go for the reward item right away, and enjoy the Southern Swamp to play the double times as you wish. So he can now decide whether he goes to Ikan or Milk Road first. Milk Road first is fine as long as it's this situation where you get the bunny hood. I think it would just be a technical mistake if you didn't get the Goron mask first, but it wouldn't be so bad.
Yeah, Michi seems to be going for that Romani Ranch way of the hero. Probably we'll probably go west to do the Zora Cave, because with that hookshot, you got access to quite a few checks.
It's very good on Michi's shoes because just doing the sticking to the opener thing, he got he got a literal full clear of Zora Cape as long as he gets the Goron mask, and logic can sort itself later with the grotto logic.
Mm-hmm.
Our
And
favorite location is Foolish Secret Shrine.
Yeah, we did get the hint for Secret Shrine being foolish, so.
Shrine lovers and shrine haters, we can all congregate ourselves to not do the check.
And there's our Wath. It's Magic and Romani on the dog hut.
And we are officially in logic with the Goron mask. Should be, right?
Potentially. I can't remember.
Very clear. You can access the dog roof chest either with the Zora mask or the Sphere Zero hook shot. So Goron mask is 100% on the way now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Michi just has to do letter to cafe, and then they'll get their butler to be completely in logic. But till then.
I gotta say, I am very biased. Guppy's definitely my main man, but you know, gotta be impartial with the commentary. But I really like what I'm seeing on the Michi screen right now. He's just kind of a, you know, stick to the game plan type of opener. Then he got probably every single thing he could have gotten on the way. And will get the Goron mask, will full clear Zora Cape in one go. It's literally all the benefits you could ask for here. It's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, I jumped the gun on one commentary right here because Michi doesn't have the wallet, so he cannot grab the the Goron mask just yet.
Revolver Turtle, Goron mask in left side well. That's the big one. We haven't really gotten much in terms of other funny hints. But Shrine is foolish. Clocktown foolish. Zora Cape is way of the hero. And Romani Ranch is way of the hero. So far, Romani Ranch has been way of the hero for magic. But we did find a bomb bag in the Woodfall Grotto.
It's actually very interesting because Michi was there and could have gotten this check. This was... I didn't even think about it that time, but you gotta go for this grotto after you heal the witch. I think this is definitely a technical mistake. We will see if it will cost him because of the Zora Cape grotto. In case Michi decides to do it right here. Could get ugly, but who knows.
And as someone in chat was pointing out that the bomb bag is out of logic, it actually is in logic, since even if we were to like factor the whole ride the boat, yeah, we can easily do that. And we have Zora, so we can actually get through.
Zora alone gets this check because of the, you know, take damage as a trick enabled, poison water as Zora as a trick enabled, and all the jazz.
That is a possible full clear of Cape, actually, yes.
It definitely is. Guppy will, I mean, Guppy has to because the way of the hero wasn't satisfied, but Guppy will do the second Cape trip, will full clear the rest of the region. That is not bad, honestly. Sometimes this is as good as you can hope for. I've been fortunate that on Michi's side, he should have been able to get the Zora Cape full clear in one go. He only will not because he didn't check the Southern Swamp Grotto. So what Guppy did, if you can clear the Zora Cape in 2 trips, and your first one was pretty much just holding forward to Zora Cape, that is very, very good still.
Fox is pretty much saying that doing well on day 2 or 3 is very bad routing, but Eris also does make up a good point. If your left well is hinted, do you really give a crap?
Honestly, I'm not even thinking about doing an efficient well trip when it comes to getting the right side stuff. I think in this spot you just get the Goron Mask and bail. You could definitely... I don't even know, because you either need to snipe a light arrow somewhere, or you need the Deku Mask for the beams, and playing around it without your Goron Mask 100% sucks. And wow, when you thought Michi got punished but not getting the bomb bag,
there's a blast mask.
Yeah.
Yeah, so even if that Zora through poison water trick was not enabled, we do have logical explosives. And nope, that definitely isn't a gilded chest. I mean, we had Zora, so we definitely would have known that for a while.
Talk about being massively rewarded, because we're gonna see a non-isolated Biobaba Grotto in Michi's side, which is quite big usually.
All right.
And I gotta say, on Guppy's side, he will definitely need to benefit from having a faster full clear than Michi, or maybe Michi slipping up and giving away the race, because right now, I think Michi just got a very good full clear of the early game of the seed.
Yeah, Michi finding that hook shot is really, really powerful, and Guppy has not bothered with Southern Swamp yet, so hopefully he goes south soon to try to catch up, because the longer he takes, the more likely Michi's going to take this victory. At least until we get into casino mode.
That is one of the reasons that I really liked when you get a Ladder Cafe, you instantly ditch it as toilet paper, because I mean, this is obviously a lot of confirmation bias, but look at the situation. You kind of stick to the plan. You have an opener to do. You have a bottle to do Mystery Woods. You're just fine. And you know, doing this kind of cycle where you do Ladder to Cafe and kind of try to get around other opener stuff as well. It can get a little bit hairy, a little bit awkward. Guppy definitely found a way to do it. I think he does this kind of stuff way more than other runners who just stick to Observatory, for example. And even though he didn't do exactly what I thought, which was the Zora Cape and Zora Hall to wait for midnight, he definitely found his way and completed the old lady event, and will be on a decent cycle right now, able to see the all-night mask purchase at the end of it. Skipping Mystery Woods is something that is definitely possible, but God, the conditions for you to profit on it are very whack.
Mm-hmm.
You need to get so many items on the way, have a plan B if you don't, and all this stuff. Very, very weird.
Mm-hmm. And
When you get
yeah,
compensated, you do get compensated.
yeah, Guppy is inverting, so it's an interesting choice.
Not sure what... Guppy did toilet, right? I think he did toilet.
Yeah, he did. He got 20 rupees off it.
I think it's fine to stay as much midnight of day one as possible, because unless you literally need to enter woods on day two, there is no reason you should jump the gun on time. Because if you do this, you're playing around, I don't know, maybe a massive trip to get Song of Healing and heal Kamaro, or you're playing around getting Romani's Mask, and what else? There's some very small things you're playing around that is worth it to even invert here, in my opinion.
And we do have a Twin Islands Way of the Hero as well. Michi finding that Chateau bottle.
We're gonna get a conversation about finding a fire arrow, maybe a lens of truth, the Twin Islands Way of the Hero.
Not sure what that was. I want to say it might be just like a bomb refill.
Could be. Kind of a blue blob, weird. Can tell. And
Yeah, seems like Chess agreeing with me.
forgive me, but did we just explore Way of the Hero location as Guppy and he found Bean? What did he find?
He didn't really find anything.
What is happening?
I mean, we still haven't checked the hook required checks. That would be for Michi.
Oh yeah, that is true. Guppy doesn't have the hook shot. Oh, and there's a big chest on the lower, one of the lower ones in Cape. Yeah, the late Mystery Woods is hurting Guppy so much right now.
He's getting on a horse.
Did he get the Swamp Owl? Is he? I think he's going to Mountain Village.
No, he hasn't gone. Oh no, I think he's gone to Road to Sun Swamp. So yeah, it looks like he's going to Mountain Village.
Oh yeah, talking about inverting as it's day one. That is one of the reasons why. Oh, maybe it's not.
Yeah, guess he's gonna just check the hints.
Oh yeah, true.
Okay, he never got that hint.
Oh.
Yeah, I just realized. Yeah. Oh, he never found out about that.
Well, it's fine because he doesn't have hook shot anyway, so his situation does not change anyway. But it's kind of I get weirded out by that for sure.
Yeah, good thing he put all that money in the bank anyway. And Michi currently on final hours. Hopefully, will do Letter to Cafe next cycle to get that wallet.
My guess is that it will definitely be the first thing.
Mm.
Although he could actually not deliver the letter and do a lot of stuff before it. There's North. He could at least dip his toes in Ikana, even though there's not much to do there. I wonder what he's gonna choose.
Darkblood Scholarlet. The hint was for Goron, Mask, and Left Side Well, which we already knew because Michi saw it earlier, but Guppy just found the hint now. Oh yeah, we're also going to be able to see what is inside of the room key check, since we never checked that yet.
Kind of an awkward location for the swamp title deed. The day 3
Yeah,
in chess.
And with no Deku Mask, we can't really make use of it.
It's definitely regrabbable, but routing this regrab, it's super awkward.
Oh, very.
No.
Guppy.
Scene. We're gonna see
This isn't in logic, Guppy.
Doesn't matter. You gotta do it.
You gotta look
Here.
cool.
Guppy has a very good pause buffer system for this. You know, it takes a while. I think he should be able to get it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Twin Islands Watts, so it kind of makes sense to do it. And twice in a row, Guppy fails.
Aw, man. He gave it a little bit away to the pressure. He's really good at this. Fortunately, best to just ditch it for now. Imagine if that specific grotto has like a Deku Mask. That is huge to have early.
Mm-hmm.
Not huge, but you do get to... There are some progression areas before the time comes. And then you can do the stuff in logic afterwards and get your hook shot. I mean, Deku Mask here would be huge because do day 2 woods and then you immediately go...
Mm-hmm.
You immediately would go to Swamp, Woodfall, Deku Palace. It would be killer if that is exactly what happened.
Yeah.
But this is one of the situations where even if you're a player who stays in logic, it doesn't matter. Getting stuff out of logic, it's very good a lot of times.
So we're getting some nice twin mold roaring from the baby Goron right now on Guppy's side. And we found a spin attack upgrade and a Bremen mask. So Guppy is probably thinking Bremen mask might be my progression for the Romani Ranch Way of the Hero.
On Guppy's side is definitely very nice for you. Get the Bremen mask before you ever went to ranch here.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of annoying on his side of the gameplay. He must be like, oh my god, the dog roof chest has been in logic since ever because of the Zora mask. And the more you avoid it, maybe the more you're avoiding unlocking the entire seed. The Zora mask might be at least
Too big gilded. Oh, the gilded chest in the lens cave, not exactly going to be helpful. Maybe with the Picto box, but we'll have to see on that one.
The box will also be very good for Guppy's trip to the day 2 swamp.
And there's the big chest in Zora Cape.
The
What
hero.
does it have? Captain's Hat is a way of the hero, so...
Better late than never. 46-minute Captain's Hat. We've seen better.
Speaking of, we do have Guppy finally heading towards Mystery Woods.
This sets a very clear path for Michi here. Oh, of course, it's annoying when you're... It is really annoying that he doesn't have the wallet for the Goron mask, but I don't even blame him because there are a lot of places to look for stuff before you just immerse yourself into the cafe quest.
And it looks like we're gonna get some beavers.
Oh yeah. The thing is, one of the non-benefits of not doing cafe mask in one literal go is that on Michi's side, he's gonna be on day 2 night. He might have the wishes to go to graveyard, but you kind of... I'm not sure if you have time for the ladder stuff after you do it, even if you're inverted. And if you do the ladder stuff before, you kind of have to do it... You kind of have to get the one item and then the other 2 separately. Do the graveyard in between, which also sucks. I wouldn't doubt that Michi just does the entire quest right here, song a time, and then goes to graveyard. In my opinion, that is the best choice, honestly.
Yeah, I was about to say the same thing. Like, once you get your wallet, song of time, night of day 1, go to the graveyard, get those 2 graveyard checks out of the way, go to Akana, do the well.
Oh my god, talk about being massively rewarded. Probably still not god routing material. But imagine Michi being able to do graveyard Ikana entry and getting the Goron mask in one go. That's insane.
Mm-hmm.
To be fair, Guppy will do the exactly same thing here, but but Michi just went all the way and even got a perfect Zora cape, which is crazy.
Mm-hmm. And answer your question in chat. Michi did indeed check the room key chest. It was just a regular wooden chest. And also something that chat pointed out a little bit earlier. Twin Islands Hot Spring Water Grotto is in logic for hot spring water in well to actually access it.
That is true. That is crazy.
Mm-hmm. So hopefully Michi considers grabbing some hot spring water and takes it with them to Twin Islands. Although then again, may want to actually get Twin Islands first. Or Mountain Village Owl first. And unfortunately, Beaver's not paying off. Paying off only 20 rupees, but not paying with the important check or anything.
I'm a very big Beavers defender right here. You gotta just full clear the way of the hero. It's kind of a meme, but you just have to do it here. I think Guppy will also do the Beavers minigame.
Yeah, and also, as Chad pointed out, Smithy 1 and 2 is also in logic. So,
This is very interesting. This is a lot of stuff to keep track of, but the most ideal situation is for sure to go to well on day 1, get your Goron mask, get the hot spring water, and then melt the stuff to do a Smithy 1, Smithy 2 combo into Twin Islands hot spring water grotto. You probably do hot spring water grotto first to get because it's redundant, and you get the item, get the safety hot spring water access. A lot of fun stuff, and Garo's mask not required in Swamp Spider House. Thank you for the information.
I mean, yeah, kind of making a lot of sense since we have Gibdo already, so.
And the thing is, Guppy has the wallet, but if I know Guppy, I don't think he would forget about the well hot spring water here. But who knows? I think a lot of players just would. He's on day 2, the path to getting his Goron mask, and the only hot spring water source. You do not want to skip Mountain Smithy day 1 here. It's very... I think this is something very easy to get the old mind slip.
And nice fire arrows in Pirate's Fortress exterior.
That makes you forget the hot spring water very quickly.
Yep. So, no needing for hot spring water. Which means now you can check that Twin Islands Grotto. This is actually working out very well for Michi. Because now we can just go through all that immediately. Stockpot in is foolish, so that Swamp Title Deed is useless.
Very good to hear. So the cafe mask, all night mask, just
not necessary.
This is good for Guppy, actually, the fire arrow location, because he will definitely get there sooner rather than later, because by getting the hook shot and then the Goron mask, you have access to full clear the entire region. So he can just do Smithy 1 whenever he wants. Although you gotta think that it's gonna be a little bit of an annoying time loss to do the Twin Islands Grotto with the hot spring water. Kind of sucks, but well, it's not really a time loss. Wait, it kind of is. Have to open the doors and well, kind of weird. Be hunting for some cash.
I don't think Michi forgot he has Stone Mask. It's more of the, do I want to just go into the inventory just to actually equip it and then use it? When it's just faster just to knock them out. at this point.
When it comes to the path to the tank chest pirate, equipping Stone Mask for that, it's kind of not worth it.
Wallet 1 is behind Letter to Cafe on day 3.
Kind of awkward to let the Letter to Cafe quest hanging like that on Michi's side. Sucks that he doesn't have Goron Mask. Michi's probably gonna isolate sewers for the rest of the entire seed. Unless he does Pirate Fortress, he does Pinnacle Rock, and then completes the cafe quest. Which is actually a good ordering because the first Pirate Fortress trip is the one that matters the most, which is where you get your items. There's no reason to complete eggs unless you're on a massive progression chain.
I have a feeling that Michi won't forget sewers. If there's one thing that we've seen this season, skipping sewers can really bite you badly if you're not careful.
The only thing is, as if he finishes the cafe quest first, or he does the egg only Pirate Fortress trip before checking the cafe quest. You see, if in Michi's shoes, what song do you benefit on for rushing eggs like that? Maybe New Wave, and like that's it. Healing if you're one of those guys, you know. But that's literally it. And if you add to the question bottle hunting for Pinnacle Rock, I think it's much better to finish the cafe quest before having any other business doing eggs. But I think Michi's just gonna finish them. It could get real ugly. Yeah, in terms of so to speak, Majora's Mask theory, is it Goron Mask?
There it is.
In terms of Goron Mask theory, you gotta think about, you know, if you let eggs hanging, or if you do the second trip, which will only get you the song and nothing else. It is very important because you definitely want to finish eggs at some point if you start doing them, but like, if you can't realistically benefit from it, do you really finish it? Is there anywhere else isn't there anywhere else you can look for items before you finish it? For example, if Michi had the full Deku Mask and Goron Mask, or at least Goron Mask, honestly, at least one of those two masks, I think finishing eggs would be much more powerful than this right here. This right here, it's like you wanna complete eggs right now to go mode off of Great Bait, literally. You know, go mode from this song combined with the chances of the chances of the captain's that song as well.
Yeah, and Demon Crusher, it was a curiosity shop guy who had the wallet for the Letter to Cafe check. And Guppy decided to skip Beavers. Actually, not a bad choice.
I don't want to use this meme word often, but that's aggressive, kind of. Beavers totally suck, but I don't know. Maybe you got... Honestly, maybe you gotta respect the way of the hero, but I can understand that Guppy doesn't want to do that, because Guppy has one unexplored way of the hero item to get. He has Graveyard. He has the Baby Goron song, which likely will get him one tempo. And then after all of that, you still have a clean Giga visit to Pirate Fortress. There's a lot of stuff.
Yep. And we did talk about like Michi kind of like having like this big of a lead. The lead is going to kind of close a little bit now that Guppy has that Goron Mask, even though he's technically out of logic. But how long is Guppy going to put off like Romani Ranch way of the hero and get the magic? Because that's what he needs right now. Although here we are in Graveyard with a big chest in the grotto, which is something that has hurt a lot of people. Never mind, it's useless.
Foolish. That is true. Guppy doesn't have the mask yet.
Mm-hmm.
So, accounting for all of the unexplored way of the hero stuff, Guppy is 3 items away from go mode. So with that much stuff still available and possible temples unlocked by the 3 songs you're gonna check, I think skipping beavers is more than justified.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't mind the turning off your brain and full clear in the way of the hero, but what Guppy did is also interesting. Mirror shield not required. It's always benefit from that hint for sure.
Yeah. So you do have to play a little bit of a casino with Zora eggs or keg for the rank.
Yeah, when I mentioned it's 3 items away from go mode, assuming keg is required, but Guppy might. I mean, it's not even that. It's either 2 or 1 item when away from go mode when Guppy gets his fire arrow. This is very wild. This seed could end sooner than we think.
Mm-hmm. Michi is about to get his wallet, though. And we get New Wave Bossa Nova on our Graveyard song. Yeah, this is a Mizu seed, which is so far pretty interesting. That's true. GBT is open. It could be our first dungeon. Although big chest in the grave. Graveyard is not Woth, but it might be looking at. Never mind. Fierce Deity Mask. Although we haven't done any dungeons, that's still a good pickup. Yeah, twin mode way of the hero. Yes, Gunzor. Yeah, GBT can't be first completable.
New Wave is definitely good on Guppy's side. I know he probably loves to see this song.
Mm-hmm.
He's something who values the full clear of Great Bay Temple, which is not. It adds less time than the other ones in terms of full clearing it versus completing it on go mode. The only issue for Guppy will be the ward fight if he doesn't get a better sword, or if he's one of the people who likes to skip it entirely. But I wouldn't mind if Guppy just goes to Great Bay Temple as soon as right now, maybe, and try to go mode off of it without ever finishing eggs.
Mm-hmm.
No, he has to go at least to exterior to get his fire arrow, but see what's gonna happen.
And Guppy is going to Great Bay Coast. Probably going to do all of Pirate's Fortress now.
I think you definitely at least justify one trip to Fire Fortress and leave eggs hanging here if you're Guppy.
Guppy doesn't pick those, so he can also do seahorses.
Oh,
seahorses could be big, actually.
I think it's definitely nice to have this full clear available. I think there's gonna be, if Guppy doesn't immediately finish his eggs just because, he's gonna have a lot of chances to get the 3rd bottle. Doing Pinnacle Rock plus Seahorses in that one big trip is definitely really good. Oh,
there's a keg, so we don't have to really go too far for looking for song items.
That is very interesting and a little bit awkward because none of the runners can check the keg song for a possible egg skip. But at this point, you're not gonna be able to skip eggs. It's one literal Pirate Fortress trip. You just don't.
In this case, yeah, Michi is not going to skip eggs. They're only 1 egg away from getting the song. Might as well see what it is.
Yeah, it's just At this point, it's just no way.
Yeah.
But on Guppy's side, I think we're gonna see a full eggs with. Maybe we're gonna see a full eggs without magic from Guppy. I don't know if he's gonna jump the gun and go to wrench. What's it called? Day 3 here, forcing a double time, or if he's just gonna try to clear eggs as much as possible. Because he will benefit from that. He's gonna he would finish eggs, get his powder keg, and do wrench in one go with the keg song. Gonna be really crazy for Guppy if this happens. Massive time gain, and definitely will make up for not having magic. Guppy did not have an issue at all so far by not having magic. Didn't try to do anything weird, such as the available Great Bay Temple without magic, or even if he had like Goron Lullaby and stuff.
Yeah, so at this point, Twin Islands is going to be our Deku or Light Arrows, because that's really the only 2 items I can think of at the moment.
It is true.
Could even be both.
Deku Mask is the go mode item. That will be interesting because it might unlock as a temple. It might be Deku for Oath. And all the situations like that. God, Guppy, don't let the fishes dominate you. You gotta show your strength.
Skygirl saying that it could be something gross. It could be something like Couple's Mask or like a whole trade chain or whatever, but whatever it is, it will lead us to a Deku or a Light Arrow.
Thing is, there is not a single bad item that can be on Twin Islands, fortunately. Letter Cafe was found, the Gold Dust was found, Swamp Title Deed, which would be the worst of them, is foolish, so I think literally any trade item that occurs in Twin Islands is going to be really good. That is one of the benefits of the seed, because throughout the entire gameplay, none of the runners had to give any thought about playing around Letter Cafe or playing around Gold Dust, which is really good if you're playing a seed.
And we have found priority mail, so we can always do that if it happens to be, say, Cafe Mass. So there we go. We deliver it to Madame Aroma, we get whatever item is there.
Also, one thing, am I mistaken, but didn't Guppy get the hot spring water? Did he not use it?
No, he didn't.
Oh. Come on, Guppy. I know you're gonna rewatch this. Let me tell you a message right now. This is awkward, bro. What are you doing, man?
And yeah, a bit of 5 minutes late, but happy 1 hour, everybody. This was looking to be a crazy seed, but so far it's kind of like very, very quick. It's practically a jet seed.
Definitely a lot of stuff is in the way, but we're seeing some interesting scenarios when it comes to the ordering of stuff and very different paths by the runners.
Ooh, good call on actually doing the eggs for Michi, because that's a lullaby right there.
He's gonna have a very comfortable first temple ahead of him.
Jet or Gen's casino. Yeah, it's gonna be a casino for either Light Arrows or Deku at some point.
No, like, things on Michi's side are... I mean, they're not awkward, but if he really wants to clear everything on the way, he kind of has to soar for East Clock Town, get the Gold Dust, and then do the Gold Dust thing, and then come back for the Cafe Quest. Still has to do the Beneath the Well ordeal, which Guppy already has done. Oh yeah, that is true. There's a lot more value in the Snowhead Temple clear because of the Twin Islands underwater checks.
Yeah.
But the thing I said about Guppy maybe settling for Great Bay Temple as his first temple, maybe he's gonna play around that because of the Twin Islands item. Or if he just checked the item first, he wouldn't even have to make this decision.
Michi not happy about getting a third milk bottle or third bottle right there on stage lights.
That's what you get for not doing the bottle maxer route, which it means literally doing every single check on the map before you're going for Pinnacle Rock. It is worth it, guys. I swear. I don't blame Michi for not checking this.
Yeah. He had the warp, so he might as well have just done all those checks. But unfortunate.
Michi not grabbing the gold dust. What is going on?
Doesn't really need to.
No, it's because I mean, when are you gonna go when are you gonna go to East Clocktown again? On day 2 before you finish the cafe quest. So either he's just gonna not route it, which makes me think it's really awkward that he didn't finish cafe quest first.
Oh yeah.
Or I don't know. This just seems inefficient in every way you look at it, honestly. I mean, he's gonna go, yeah, he's gonna go graveyard. That makes sense, of course. We should have grabbed the gold dust, maybe. This mirror shield hint makes me really think that the Deku Mask will be the go mode, because we know these seeds love to make you know, oh, this song item is gonna be foolish, but you're never gonna be able to get it before hitting go mode.
Mm-hmm.
So given that mirror shield is on boat archery, I wouldn't doubt that this happens. To be fair, that this whole Smithy 1, Smithy 2 gold dust ordeal, I wouldn't mind, and I would actually like it if Michi just ditched the entire thing, period. Because you have so many places to go, and gold dust is just gonna be a burden. You have to individually soar for north and whatnot. Given that he's already doing this weird cafe quest in 2 trips, I think it would be actually more justifiable than not. More chateau.
Oh, Chat making a good call on that one. Michi does not have the stockpot in fruition. If he goes to Canyon, he can find it.
Yeah, if it's in Canyon, he's gonna be fine, because his time of day is already bad for all 9 masks, so I doubt he's gonna give it thought in routing in the short term. Ichi would not, for example, Song of Time here and to do the math. He's gonna enter Ikana. So that's to not skip the hints.
We are also getting a Pirate's Fortress Sewers, so we'll see if Michi will have to come back here or can avoid it.
Very nice FD. Right.
That looks like an ocean title deed in the inside of the cell.
Oh. Now use our imagination. Maybe that's our light arrow or our Deku Mask.
That could be. And that's the only thing there. So, I mean, we did find a bow upgrade, but we don't need a bow upgrade. So, if Guppy decides to turn this in, we'll be able to find out if it's actually worth it.
Guppy do day 2 grave?
Yes, he did.
Oh, okay. By so fast.
Yeah, there wasn't really anything in there, unfortunately.
Not that, because I don't think Guppy skips that grave ever. He thinks it's the worst idea in the world. So do I. So it's funny weird that I didn't quite see it. Oh, come on, Guppy! You did not just take a bathroom break. Are you kidding me? Man. guys gotta
Spec gonna have
slow down the coffee or the energy drink before a race. I swear, guys.
Spec having a lot of words for Guppy right now.
Oh, we're gonna go back to the lab. I mean, not me. We're gonna have a conversation about, I don't know, putting up in a discipline facility. I swear.
Oh, Guppy is back.
That was fast.
I hope he washed his hands.
And maybe he has an optimized water stream to just glance the hands over and go back to playing.
Or maybe he's a bit like me and he has like a little bottle of hand sanitizer.
Oh my god, Aries. Samples. Very nice for Michi that he's able to do the Death Warp strat for the Grave 2. You do not get to do that as often as we all would wish.
Mm-hmm.
Really nice.
And Michi is probably gonna find that stockpot in hints very soon. Ooh, we're getting a back of Ocean Spider House check.
From what Guppy did isolating beavers, this is very folklore-y for him. He might be just confident that he can win this by just spamming a very good folklore of the seed. This is definitely, if you're gonna ever route Ocean Spider House chest, gonna do it right here from getting the seahorse. If you're gonna ever route seahorses in the seed as well. Gotta love when you route two very bad checks together, and that's the best way to route both.
And Michi gets the hint. I think it was pretty relieved to find that hint as well.
I think that's a very deceptively good hint to have, because if you get that all-night mask in this seed, you might get some ideas about, you know, de-isolating Mountain Smithy day 1, and then using Grandma to speed it up for day 2, and then do the Gold Dust Mountain Smithy. Which is, if you think all of that was a lot of out-of-the-way stuff, you are correct. Not only we're gonna see seahorses on Guppy's side, we're gonna see a full raw magicless seahorses, all eels. Honestly, I absolutely do not blame Guppy for still not going ranch at this point, but man, this is kind of sucks. We all know this could have been avoided, unfortunately. Oh, Guppy has a very good strat for defense. Gonna clear this in no time.
And yeah, Revolver Turtle, magic is on Dog Roof.
Look at how fast the two boomerangs return. Love to see it.
Yeah, the race is going that.
Well, we're seeing a very complete routing from Michi. Just enjoying the night 3 and already going through the postman stuff. I really wonder what is gonna be of Michi's run when he finds the wallet, because from where you get the wallet, it's gonna be a massive progression section. I mean, not massive, but it's a lot of stuff.
And yeah, the Goron Mask into the left well chest is probably the only crazy thing about this seed. Everything else has been like easy fall into place. And Michi,
to be fair,
getting the wallet.
I'm starting to really think here. From this point on, maybe Michi might win the race from here, because I know I'm seeing like Guppy finishing Pinnacle Rock and stuff is just one item away, an unhinted item away, and Michi already getting to the Gora mask sooner than we think. It's very tricky.
Yeah, Chad is pointing out, where's Keg? Well, we just found it for Guppy. But one thing is for sure, Michi could still lose if there is something on Seahorses. Because Guppy does have that Picto Box. He has explored Mountain Village, so if Picto Box has something, who knows how long it's going to be till Michi gets that.
It is very true. Unfortunately, Ocean Spider House chest didn't have anything for Guppy. That was also 1 point advantage he had.
Mm-hmm.
Also, 1 hour 18 on the timer. We're seeing Bombers hide and seek.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Guppy has actually done a number of one-offs that have been routed very well. And we do have a Twin Islands lot that hasn't been satisfied yet because we haven't really checked it, which could have Deku, or it could have lights. So, and it seems that Michi is not punished for Seahorses. So,
kind of interesting to know because Michi skipped this, maybe not on purpose, but he did Town Archery, which is one of the slow checks kids nowadays start skipping on Season 3. Kind of an interesting double standard, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Goron race is still on the table.
Yeah, and something that was mentioned, Michi didn't even go north yet, which is insane to think because he just immersed himself in eggs, like completely.
Yep, and a little bit of good timing. He can check Postman's Freedom.
Little wait time, but not necessarily a huge problem.
And just a hard pace, unfortunate.
And Guppy still has one extra Pinnacle Rock trip. That Guppy do see Pirate Fortress twice yet because I'm trying to compute here.
Yes.
Okay, that is, yeah. The time difference is not that big, I guess, because Michi still has to go north. Michi still has to get the Goron mask, although his north trip will be sped up because of the Goron mask.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I mean, I guess Guppy doesn't have the magic, but it's gonna be one ranch trip. Both of them are gonna get to do lemons, I guess.
Let's see. So Michi is definitely going to be going to get Goron mask, and then going to come back, grab the keg, get that song in Romani Ranch, and potentially do Bremen mask. Actually, no, they haven't gotten the Bremen mask because that's in Mountain Village or Goron Village rather.
Very nice. One thing that Michi could also do here, he could just get the Goron mask and immediately go for the ranch song before going north. So you might even see him skip lemons. Very, very realistic.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to guess that Guppy may do lemons. Since he hasn't satisfied that walk yet. And he might get magic, but of course, a smart thing to kind of consider is don't skip out on way of the hero location checks, because you never know if something could be there.
Couldn't even tell on Guppy's side, honestly, because he did skip beavers on a way of the hero location. Nothing is stopping him for skipping lemons when he sees the satisfied way of the hero magic on the dog roof.
True. So lemons is always, or not always, but it has had some really important items in these seeds, so I would not be surprised if Guppy did it.
I think we might be able to have a clue for the timing difference of both of their runs when they get both the Goron song, Baby Goron song, and the Keg song. Might only know how things are after this.
And Skygoro, Guppy did not have Goron when he went north. So we do not know what Baby Goron's song is yet.
This is actually crazy because Michi, like from the, I don't know, the 3 main regions that he went to, he benefited so much from being able to do a few regions with the maximum layout of items and void out.
You know, Guppy getting a picture of Tingle. Where is he headed?
We gotta wonder, what will Guppy do before we see a ranch visit?
Oh, Ocean Title Deed. This is actually going to also be important. This wasn't sewers. Michi couldn't access it. Just a silver rupee.
The checks that Guppy had over Michi, unfortunately, none of them gave him the race.
Yeah, if even one of them did. Like, if even one of those checks actually gave Guppy a very important item for progression, this race could easily turn on its head.
I gotta say, Guppy's playing way more completionist than I would give him credit to, because if you're Guppy here, you're counting the time before you reset the cycle to do the keg song, honestly. Oh, he still had this hanging.
That's true, yeah. He never did it.
Well, that is perfectly justified to go to Swamp and deliver the Tingle pick then. That is very good.
Yeah, it was a nice double whammy right there. Alright, so Michi gonna head to Ranch. We're gonna find out what our song is, and won't be doing Bremen Mask, but like I mentioned, Guppy may do so. And after this, Michi is most likely going to be heading north. And maybe we'll finally get a dungeon.
And Michi getting to skip a few things, and I mean, accidentally, you know, but no punishes at all so far. Lemons might not be one of them either. But honestly, I gotta say like it is now, because I think in Michi's shoes, I think you kind of go north first, because you get to see your Twin Islands Way of the Hero, likely, and you also get a song, just like you would when you do keg, and you play around things a little bit by getting more items. For example, here you would get rewarded because you would get the Bremen Mask before Ranch. You know, Lemons takes a long time to do, but it's one more check in the can do the way.
Yeah, right now, because Guppy did get that early Goron mask, I would say that Michi and Guppy are pretty much neck and neck now. Like, Michi's slightly ahead because they're already here at Ranch and already have magic, but Guppy can easily pick that up. And there is Sonata. We don't have a Deku, so no Woodfall yet.
Will be very interesting if we find Light Arrow inside Twin Islands.
It's entirely possible.
It'd be very interesting if Michi, for example, I know, no, he can't do that because of the Baby Goron song. But imagine if you skip Twin Islands for the temple right now, and you only do it after you beat it during springtime. I think checking the possible of the heroes sooner than later, I think you gotta value that. It might be a trade item, or at least you know you confirm that you can get, if you get your Light Arrow, you're 100% in go mode. The situation applied, of course. Here it's just not going to, because he needs to Baby Goron song, which is not available in springtime.
And to answer chat, Kita chest is dead, it's just a wooden chest, and Bremen Mask was in the Goron village shop. And that kind of like coming up with a good idea. Ignore the Twin Islands Way of the Hero right now. finish Goron Village stuff to get the song, clear Snowhead Temple, then do the Twin Islands, because you're going to have access to the springtime checks, which, honestly, not a bad idea. Although Michi is also looking to do Smithy, which is
Oh
not
yeah,
a bad plan.
now we're seeing playing around gold dust.
And now we have lemons, so we get to see if there's anything on the lemons.
This is also big for Guppy. Mean everything. This gold dust trade, we're only gonna see it, you know, very down the line after Michi clears Snowhead Temple, but that is probably the only spot you have to grab it. Gotta do it.
Nothing in Punch Rock. And Pillar Chest.
No. With all those checks that Guppy is doing and Michi didn't have the... I guess didn't have the opportunity to. I would say chose not to, but it's kind of half and half. Sometimes, at one point, you gotta wish that Guppy gets something out of them, you know? Because it's a lot... Quite a few things he's doing. Or
on one hand, I don't want him to, because if we get that Twin Islands walk, we get to do a bet on what the missing item is.
Yeah, on the audience side, of course, we want to see more.
Nice Mask of Sense.
Okay, homework for chat. Could this Mask of Scent be your logical way into blue potion bottle? Go. Potion purchase, I mean.
That isn't Gore unlocked.
It's very simple.
Yeah.
I think this was accessible from very early on.
Yeah, it was.
The Mount Access was perfectly on the way in logic.
Yeah, so technically we did not need Letter to Cafe, but other than that, yeah.
Don't take this as me being too partial towards Guppy, but I think this is a nice situation where, for example, Guppy got his magic so late. To the untrained eye, you might see that and see, oh my God, Guppy got the magic so late. You gotta hate it. But I think that's just
Mask of Truth. That's questionable.
Back to the ranch again, maybe.
Is this gonna be the triple dip? Guppy finding his.
See if it's... Oh, it's
another
big.
one. Oh, man. Okay, so Light Arrow Casino.
Our good friend Deku. Oh my God, there are 3 temples to do now.
Yep.
I think we reached it. I think this is the turning point where it's the same way here for both runners, right? Three temples. All of them are gonna be full clears, I guess. Might be lottery part if they decide to do it in different orders and one of them gets the item before the other one, but if we get some more similar paths, this might be the execution battle.
Unfortunate for Michi not getting the platforming. Silver Rupee on Keg Trial.
Oh. She's just not having it, fortunately.
And yes, serious business, we did actually get hinted a not required mirror shield on boat archery.
The thing is, Michi just has to be sharp right here because he will have to do the lens path on the way back because he's late routing the Baby Goron song. And probably it should be the keg.
That's his healing on the Baby Goron.
So we have Since
So-
we will get all the songs. So wow, even Stone Tower Temple. Oh
Yeah.
you want to see something interesting? Mirror Shield was hinted, not required, and that will actually be relevant when it comes to exploring Stone Tower Temple. Who'd have thought?
Yeah, pretty much you don't have to worry about Stone Tower Temple having your light arrows.
Well,
Well,
then
most
there's
of it,
a
at
few-
least.
Yeah, they're like what 4 checks that are in logic with the Goron main
Uh,
side.
3 according to Wayfaring Fox.
That would be. It's gonna be really fun if it's there. When you go to
And,
Stone Tower Temple and you actually want to open chests, but you're secretly in beneath the well, and there are only 3.
Mhm.
Really sucks.
Yep, so we're getting a Hugo play by Guppy. Michi heading back.
I think it's definitely okay on the Guppy's side. It's obviously more on the completionist side, but very clean, full clear of their area. He doesn't have Snowhead Owl. It will be on the way. I would definitely let him starve depending on the situation. Because there are a lot of things to do still. A lot of temples to find your light arrows, so who cares about Hungry Goron? If you're looking
think at
for a
this
more full
point-
clear type of route, this is it.
I think you probably should do it just because you don't want to have to cycle reset for this if it happens to be here. That's a title deed. I wasn't able to see if it was mountain or land.
Mountain. Definitely baiting
Mountain.
us, this hungry guy. By the way, no dog race. What is going on, guys? Come on.
Well, they don't have to do it just yet. Nope. It is not on the ledge on Path to Snowhead.
It's actually kind of crazy because doing or not, for example, soaring to do dog race or in Michi's side for both Goron race and Lemons, that could really mean the race because we're getting to some tighter timings here.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta say, I really hand it to Guppy in these moments because from the beginning and even some mid-game stuff and of not going ranch for so long, it's a very unorthodox routing, and it might be, you know, kind of see a few things getting skipped for now, a few things out of place, but at the end everything came through. The Guppy is definitely on the way for a very clean full clear of the seed, which is also quite fast.
Mm-hmm.
The beaver skipped, but that's about it. Gossips. Pohut. Yes. Pohut's hinted.
Poet's hinted. Beavers has already been done. Gossips, we don't know.
The choice to do Snowhead Temple here is, I think it's as convenient as it gets because you don't have to soar for it, and you have the 2 extra checks on Twin Islands Way of the Hero.
Mm-hmm.
Your first dungeon, gonna see the... I mean, first dungeon right now I think it has literally no value, but because you know you have all the songs. Still, you gotta do dungeons. This is the spot where you do dungeons for absolutely sure.
And Great Fairy Sword, nice to have.
There's a wart
Kinda wish-
involved. Nice.
I kind of wish that we had it earlier. Oh, another big chest. Snowhead is going to have a lot of big chests, apparently. Keaton Mask, which...
Let the baiting commence.
I think Keaton Mask is not dead, if I'm thinking of the hints right.
Was there anything about North Clocktown, Milk Road, Mountain Village? It's those 3, right?
Yeah, nothing on those. A third big gilded chest. Beans, which we may need. for Stone Tower.
Haha,
Yeah,
how are we gonna invert Stone Tower?
Oh, right, never mind.
Yeah, very important.
A fourth one. Oh my god.
There's no being routing in this. Yeah, oh my god.
There's no Being of the Hero here. Being of the Dead. Nice magic lock magic.
Man, now it's the part where you sweat as the audience because every single check that Guppy does could be it. And he is confirmed ahead right now.
Yeah, he is ahead at this point.
Michi, also the same thing, just gonna do Snowhead Temple, the play right here. Very... I think it's pretty cool, honestly, the part where the runners converge and you see kind of a head-to-head battle that is not in the opener.
Mm-hmm.
Really think right here with all the everything that happened on the seed, the beginning, which had you could actually look at the seed and really say that the beginning was linear or something because of the basic area of the maps, you kind of whatever way you want to full clear them, playing around stuff, going to one region before the other, but it's very interesting what both runners did, the different decisions.
Mm-hmm.
My opinion, what I think on, you can definitely tell I agreed more with on Michi's side. I definitely am for more streamlined routings rather than the guppy crazy Frankenstein routing experiments where you do one thing here, one thing there, and then you still got time to do the other things that remain and stuff, but everything gets done and everything gets done very fast.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing I wished from Michi, I don't know. I'm on the team that you just have to do a direct letter to cafe quest if you get the chance to. You know, all the timings aside, and you can calculate everything you want, but I also value the more direct routes, the more easier per se, but they're also easier.
Mm-hmm.
It's Letter to Cafe Sphere 0. It's a very good location to get items, and they're all already in logic. When we're talking about playing around stuff, getting a hook shot before you go to Zora Cape, getting a fire arrow before you go north, and all that stuff, that is what it comes down to.
Mm-hmm.
Just, you get your densest stuff that you already have access to and do them first. I get the opportunity to save some time in a few regions or get more stuff in a few regions.
Mm-hmm. And to answer a question, chat, anything left in South? We have done the Swamp Spider House Grotto, which had bomb bags. We haven't done the land title deed turn-in, and we haven't checked Woodfall. We did see Ocean Spider House chest. It wasn't really anything.
If I had to take a guess at a routing divergence, I would guess that Guppy maybe 100% goes to Great Bay Temple after this, and Michi would go to Woodfall. Woodfall, it's like your go-to, more obvious choice, which is really it's obvious because it's good. But on Guppy's side, you got a full clear of Great Bay Temple, which is the timing difference might be the smallest one, and you have a Great Fairy Sword to do Wart, which is literally as good as it gets. And the value is there, honestly, because having to, you clear a big Octo and you kind of have a straight line to Woodfall, that's... Okay, I'm thinking right now, as Guppy doesn't have the key. It would have more value if you could skip the Deku song, but I'm thinking twice here. Maybe it doesn't have any value. Maybe Woodfall is... might be better because of the density, because of the more items. I mean, the only factor here is that you can skip stuff if you opt to go Great Bay Temple before. You have no opportunity of skipping things because you already know where your two next songs are.
Mhm.
Still, I think Guppy does the Great Bay Temple first because of the difference of clear time. Yeah, exactly. The main factor is that healing was already found.
Mhm. I think healing was in Deku Palace. I don't know if Michi actually grabbed it though. I remember. No, he couldn't have because he recently got Deku.
Healing was in Baby Goron, and none of the players went to
Oh,
Deku
right,
Palace.
Baby Goron.
Guppy went to Deku Palace right side out of logic, and that's about it.
Oh yeah.
Also,
oh yeah, because he didn't have Deku. Never mind.
Yeah.
We have to check Deku Palace for song.
Also, if you really wanna think ahead here, after you do Snowhead Temple, after you do Woodfall Temple, after you do Great Bay Temple, after if you're one of those, you climb the tower and do 3 checks in Tower Temple. Gotta route a last location. Song of Healing is looking at your eyes very, very persuasively.
Yep.
So if you look at the runner's time of day, they're both kind of late. You know, Michi is later and Guppy is on the more early night.
Oh, unfortunately for Michi, he wasn't able to get the quick kill on Wizrobe.
Yeah, if the runners have any spot of enjoying a midnight time, it's not around here, but it's in the near future. If I'm Guppy here, I think I'm inverting because if you invert right around where Guppy is, you have all the temples to do, and when you finish them, you're gonna be like what, midnight on the clock. You're playing around Ramani Mask. You're playing around the Kamaro time of day if you get to do that. I think it's really good and really worth considering rather than just letting the clock fly and whatever it is. Well, if you're Guppy, okay. There's a factor where you might want to route Smithies here.
And for defeating Goat, we get a nice little bottle of red potion, and we get Oath. Chat is thinking LG. No, LG is on the monkey.
The thing where I said about perpetually playing day one invert from here, I think it's just not gonna happen because of this Mount Smithies. Have a springtime Keaton mask. You'll love to see it. You all should all remember this because it's good routing TM. And when it comes to Goron race, not sure if by how much Guppy's gonna leave it hanging.
And
what I would really like to see,
I was just gonna say to keep it. Yes, Guppy pulled ahead.
it's not even that he pulled ahead. It was always unclear if Guppy was behind or not. He did get Goron Mask early, which is relevant, but it's kind of the Guppy magic where he routes efficiently, kind of doing some weird things that you might think it's out of order. I never thought he was, behind. He didn't get to do a few things like Zora Cape in one go and stuff, but it's always like minor timing difference stuff.
Yeah, Guppy did a lot of checks that were on the way, which helped him out quite a bit. Because now Michi, in wondering where those light arrows could be, could potentially be doing some of those checks, like Seahorses. What other checks did? Ocean Spider House. There's quite a few that Guppy has done, so we'll have to see. Though there is a big chest here in Twin Islands. And Guppy gets some implants.
Honestly, on Guppy's screen, there's something very interesting here because I don't think he got the gold dust. And ideally, I think what should be done here is you do both Smithy 1 and 2, and then you reset the cycle for and stay day 1 night inverted to eventually be able to do Kamaro and play around Romani Mask. But what if you're Guppy here and you stay day 2 night inverted? You're still playing around those, and you can later do the gold dust trade. Maybe after you cleared everything that could have been Romani Mask and could have been, you do Kamaro. And the important part is that you leave Goron Race hanging, so you do it after Mount Smithy 2 as your absolute last location. Maybe only before gossips and stuff.
Because we still have all the healing checks available to us, except for Pamela. So,
Darmani's still done.
Yeah, Darmani could still be done. It's on the way, and I'm surprised that Guppy actually didn't do it.
Oh, they don't have lens. You can do it.
Oh, right. They don't have lens. I forgot you need that. So, Mikau and Kamara would be the two.
Kind of interesting on Guppy's side that he saw the postman hat. Looked at the hat, the hat looked at him, and maybe Guppy remembered that South Clock Town is foolish, including the multi-location item, the postman, the post box item. So it was correct to not grab it, for sure.
Alright, and there is Elegy for Guppy.
I'm a little bit surprised that Guppy... Maybe not, honestly. That Guppy went here before the Great Bay Temple. I forgot when I was commenting about this, but technically, doing doing Woodfall and the item in Deku Palace, that is progression that you will absolutely have to do. It doesn't matter which temples you choose to go mode and which temples you choose to clear for items in the order. So even on Guppy's side, even if you would prefer to do Great Bay Temple, I think this is just strictly better. You know, the value of doing this in go mode versus full clear, it's non-existent.
And free time loss for Guppy with the Bomber's Notebook.
Time loss is non-existent unless you get the Bomber's Notebook here, then you're losing time.
To answer question chat, for Clocktown, we haven't seen Milk Bar, Soundcheck, Letter to Mama for Madame Aroma. I think that's just about it.
I was secretly hoping for Cafe Mask in that Twin Islands Way of the Hero, which would... It can be for a midnight meeting because it's foolish, but...
yeah, there's no way. Also, Deku Playground we haven't seen.
Oh, that is... Talk about as late of a playground as you can possibly hope for. I don't think that's ever been done, at least not before runners have to go for Kamaro and stuff. Which is actually very interesting because ideally you want to do that, but you don't want Deku Playground to close on your face.
Yeah.
So you can't really let it become midnight and just, just let it be. It needs to be a little bit before midnight, but not so much that you have to wait for healing Kamaro. It would be some very fine-tuned time of day routing. I think if you're one of the runners, you can just let it inverted. I think if you invert around from here and clear both temples, you don't really really go over midnight. So you can uninvert at a specific point to try to synchronize things up with Deku Playground and Kamaro. I think it definitely can be done, and it's not super hard. But Michi opting for... We're going to see some different things, and this might be the casino part that people usually talk about. We're going to see a Mountain Title D deliver and a Woodfall Temple from Guppy.
And it's not on that title deed.
At least on the short term, it is gonna be a battle of who gets the item first. If both of them come up short, then Guppy is definitely back on 100% on the lead, and we're gonna see how's the last location routing. Which, you know, Guppy again will have the advantage.
And looks like we're gonna see a GBT play.
Exactly.
If I recall, I think earlier you called for Guppy doing Great Bay Tempo and Michi doing Woodfall. Seems like we got the reverse.
Yeah. Very experienced Majora commentator right here. Just know everything, right?
You saw the future. You saw the two of them doing these tempos. You just got the who was doing what wrong.
Exactly. Just riding correctly on crooked lines. Not saying I'm literally God, but you know, kind of for the outside judgment to decide it.
But on the off chance that one of these does have light arrows, whoever finds it is probably gonna be winning, unless I'm trying to think.
I think if Michi finds it, it is still unclear.
Yeah.
If he finds it, you know, there's nothing to be said because he's already ahead.
Yeah, Guppy would probably actually have a better time if he found it. Then you don't have to. You only have to do what's required in GBT. Which
I think Guppy's current timing difference to Michi, it is, for example, if Michi finds in Great Bay Temple, Guppy will have done a fully cleared Woodfall Temple, and you know, opening one chest in Woodfall plus possible Bomber's Dialogues if you want to count that. I don't think that is that much. It might be like, I don't know, 1, 2, 3 minutes. I think he might have a lead that is a little bit closer to that right now. You know, I was mentioning early about how on the higher seeds you cannot get away with full clearness the seed and still beating your opponent. And I don't know, if Michi finds the light arrow, Guppy might be able to get away with it, judging from what we're seeing right now. Guppy's Woodfall is going very well so far. She also not having any problems here.
I would say the later in Woodfall, or not Woodfall, GBT, if the light arrows are here, the more beneficial it is to Michi.
Michi's first bomb bag.
Yep. And unfortunately, can't get up on that ice block, and the bonefish apparently loves to be on top of it too.
This is truly the man versus sea battle, and oh no, the platform has defrosted. I want to be that guy, but if you guys can learn the target in the tunnel and bonk strat, you should absolutely do it because it's formidable strat. Yeah, well, Guppy is not seed number 3 for nothing. His execution is quite good. I am sometimes skeptical on a few of his strategy choices, but it's definitely high level stuff for sure. Oh yeah, guys. Meanwhile, just bet on the light arrows while you're at it.
Yep, less than 5 minutes till the bet is closed.
Could still be a long way to go, and they might be judging from what we're seeing here. Definitely bet on them.
I like this bet. Bet not in a dungeon.
It's a very clear cut.
Someone's betting well. I would not be surprised at this point if it is in the well.
Yeah, it is 100% available. The 2 other checks in it. But he checked Castle Pillar, right? I think it's foolish.
No one checked Castle. Castle right now has been avoided, most likely because Mirror Shield not required. Actually, they can't check it.
Oh yeah, Mirror Shield not required also involves hitting that switch to enter Castle and Logic. That is...
Yeah. So Castle is pretty much a completely dead check, since not required Mirror Shield.
There's another very deceptive application of Mirror Shield not required. Quite interesting.
Michi apparently can't grab onto the ice block.
Too cold. Oh no! Oh no! We have melt going on again. Oh my God! Michi himself doing the face palm. I don't like to see it.
I mean, I don't blame him for, you know, 1, face palming, and 2, being annoyed at that. Like, it definitely looked like he should have grabbed onto it.
People are saying that it's a bunny hood thing. I don't even know. I do take off the bunny hood for a few sections just to do it with the correct muscle memory. But this situation, I don't know. Kind of unfortunate. We are gonna see a wart fight on screen.
Ooh, it could
Not
be
equipping
here.
the blast ball. Definitely always wish a good wart fight, because if you miss the jump slash the Grey Fairy, the fight can be longer than you think.
And we do have GFS, so it shouldn't be too bad. And Guppy is going to now give us stage lights, which we already know is not exactly anything.
You always like to see, you know, you're doing the Great Bay Temple kind of late, and you are able to de-isolate stage lights. You're able to even trade the Mountain Title Deed. Kind of a safety cushion in those spots. Especially since you don't know what the rest of the seed is gonna bring. I mentioned the runner's routing last location, but I don't think there are that many items in Logic after they clear all the temples. There is a weird Stone Tower temple and the weird beneath the well. Aside from that, it's gossips and what else?
Gossips, Dog Race, Goron Race.
Yeah, so it's a few one-off things. Not really much you can do those massive clumps in routing.
The 3 checks in Stone Tower, Fisherman.
Yeah, Fisherman. Oh, Michi might do Fisherman and go to Sewers. Bad that we all know that Sewers is kind of a time loss.
Yeah, Shrine is dead, but it's also foolish, so it wouldn't matter there. Healing checks, that's true. Mainly Macau and Kamara right now until we find a lens. Unless it's in a foolish location.
It'll be very good for Michi, because
there is a couples mask that we can buy in Mountain Village.
Oh. That's could see the couples mask. This is awkward. Because you can do couples mask with Deku Playground, but you're not gonna be on Kamaro time of day. The weird stuff.
We haven't seen Deku Playground either, so that's something.
So yeah, with Majora sometimes bring us some very extensive last locations to route with a lot of checks, but this is not gonna be one of them. I mean, unfortunately or fortunately, depending on who you ask. See some water wheel here by Michi, and
Oh, missed it.
sliding off to the side. See the chest here? It's a small one.
Not worth grabbing.
He froze it before. He's gonna look from.
Oh, that's a gilded. Could that be it? And we have light arrows. Michi is now in go mode.
It is go mode, and
Mm-hmm.
I gotta say, I think Guppy came through. Guppy's 100% ahead in my opinion. The Woodfall Temple difference, the few go mode stuff in Deku Palace, I think he still got it.
I would say they are very close right now.
They are quite close.
Michi can just rush through Woodfall, but does have to grab Elegy from Deku Palace, which won't take a long time. So
He's at least not gonna have the staring contest that Guppy had with the Postman's hat. Will not get the Bomber's Notebook.
And Time of Day is actually in favor of Michi. Doesn't have to play Song of Double Time.
Oh, yeah. He won't be able to. He won't have to play it at all, right? That's very interesting. But I think he's still gonna have to invert at least, because this is looking very tight.
Michi, probably not. Woodfall Temple doesn't take that long, and just inverted Stone Tower, maybe not.
Yeah, if it was just climbing the tower, maybe. The Woodfall path is gonna add up a little bit. Maybe Michi doesn't have to invert if he doesn't. Oh,
he can invert later, I would say.
If Michi doesn't lose so much time in Stone Tower Temple, I don't think we're gonna see an invert, but it will definitely look a little bit scary.
And to answer a question chat from Grandel, Light Arrows is inside of Great Bay Temple. I think it was like the very last chest.
Compared to
called.
Yeah, it wasn't the big water wheel room, the upper chest.
Mm-hmm.
Compared
to
water
Mitch,
wheel. Guppy's gonna have one extra wart fight. Might even save time. Yeah, if he's gonna do the big skippy, that could be very good for him. But Guppy can save time even in wart by having a faster fight, the one where you just jump slash the eye directly. So, in terms of closing the gap, we might see it as an edge to Guppy. Unless he takes more time or messes it up.
Also, nice bottle on George.
Bottles were very well located, right? Two boss heart containers. The awkward stage lights nobody did before. Yeah, no other way to say it. We got a race for sure.
And we are doing wart.
Every single time save counts. Every single mistake also counts.
Yeah.
We're only gonna get a good idea until we see either one of the runners grabbing their third remain, or when we're about to climb the tower. I did say I think Guppy has an edge, but we're gonna see it when we're gonna see it. Difference might be whatever it is. Some Stone Mask and Bunny Hood Prophet could even skip a cycle here. Likely though. The flower is way too much in the middle of the way.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, if you're the runner on Michi's shoes here and you want to invert out of safety, I think you definitely do it as soon as possible, and then you check the time where you un-invert. I think that would be a little bit better than guessing where you should invert in the first place. Although you do save one extra song, that is true. It is better when it comes to saving time, but I don't think it's too bad to make the mistake on the safer side.
Also, chat pointing out a little bit of a funny thing. If it happens, if Guppy loses by just a few seconds, oh Michi, oh that's unfortunate. But if Guppy does lose by a few seconds, we can blame it on the bathroom break.
Oh my god, yeah, I already had a serious conversation with Guppy on the Dodo race where he did take the bathroom break. Would have an even more serious one. Yeah, when it comes to inverting, yeah, I think there's the safe option. If you're more on the high level side of things and you want to start saving time, you definitely. I think you just play the risky here and just don't invert and only panic invert when things start going wrong.
Mm-hmm.
There it is. That arrow for Guppy and
That's
is
a go
100%
mode.
race. Yeah, of course, on that race, there was a point where there were only bad checks, and Guppy chose some, Dodo chose some. There were gossips involved. To be attributed to that, but it's funnier to give a pep talk and nag the runner about the bathroom breaks.
Mm-hmm.
Guppy Seesaw room is very interesting here. He does an option where you do the fire arrow strat and there's this recoil flip that I'm not sure if a lot of people know about. It's very... Oh, if you do the fire arrow strat, it's definitely good. But the recoil flip is not that lenient as you might think. It's not the worst for sure. It's worth going for. Yeah, we will see an FD mode by both runners. I don't know if any of them do the fast blue one strat, but in terms of time loss, given that it's the FD fight, they have double magic. So the magnitude of the time losses by either side is gonna be a little bit smaller versus a bow fight. Yeah, I certainly liked some things Guppy did. I liked some things Michi did.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of lean towards giving Guppy a little bit more credit here because seeing that, you know, what looks like a wacky routing but that does everything and has a good efficiency. Very, very interesting stuff.
Michi takes on the Gecko. George is on his way to death. Guppy has forced it to Final Night.
She's smoking the Gecko pack here, Rip Bozo.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're starting to look at Michi's side here, and yeah, the inverted was probably more was required sooner than we thought because he's gonna
Yep.
finish Odawa in like midnight,
Oh,
0.
he's inverting right now, so that's a good idea.
That is really good indeed. But imagine having 6 uninverted hours to finish Stone Tower Temple plus the climb,
Mm-hmm.
which is all the time that you need. Kinda tight, if you ask me. So yeah, in these cases, if you can trust your judgment, you can definitely invert much sooner. Guppy's side, I think he had actually, what, 2 double times? It's not so bad either.
Yeah, and chat did point this out that Guppy may have to wait for final hours to kick in, depending on how his twin mode fight goes. So we'll have to see if maybe that will play a part.
Nah, that won't be necessary at all, unless he screwed up the timing here, because he had the choice of inverting at any point in the middle of that big water wheel. That is a lot of room to work for, and you should not you should not be able to make the mistake where you, what's it called, you under invert or whatever,
Mm-hmm. And Michi taking down Odawa could have been better, though.
It's little crumbs of time, the loss to an instant kill. Those will matter and will add up in this game here.
Mm-hmm.
Look at Guppy, already in the middle of the tower climb. Michi still has to soar for Ikana. That's what we call definitely a clear lead. A lot would need to happen for Guppy to lose this race for sure, especially having FD. All defense, this many hearts if you want to counter from Majora. If they didn't have FD. If you have Razor, at least for Adowa, if you know your stuff, you don't have to pause to equip FD. That would be a time loss, kind of. Because the jump slash to spin attack strat is very fast already. It can only go a little bit wrong if you're on Kokiri because it's so weak. If it's Razor or better. I don't think, did Guppy even equip the Grey Fairy Sword?
I don't know, honestly.
Equipping one of the other, I think Grey Fairy Sword is definitely better if you have the option there. Unless you want to play massively safe, then go ahead and equip FD, that's fine as well.
But Guppy did miss a few shots, not going to put him behind too much.
You guys are really sharp in count the time, so it's 155 1 minute, 2 minutes of difference. I gotta say, that difference could, very well be lost for Guppy, given how solid he is, and also Michi having the chance of missing stuff.
Yes, TV Crusher, this is going to be the music we're hearing for Inverted STT.
Oh god. Okay, one thing about the timing for the Majora, I see that Guppy is doing the more modern playing around small chest, long jump at the beginning route, which I think it's correct for Season 3, but the first time I went to do it when finishing a run, my in-game time did not get consumed at all. This route versus the other side recoil flip, I think it spends way less in-game time for whatever reason. So definitely worth being careful. If you want to route your Majora tight and need to invert earlier. Very clean Gomes. I didn't quite see where Guppy inverted to be able to judge, but
He inverted earlier when he was in, I think it was Great Bay Temple, when he was doing the double time.
yeah, of course, but I didn't remember at which point after getting the line arrow. I mean, inverting double time.
Mhm. Nice lens of truth.
Yeah.
I'm surprised that Guppy decided to pick that up.
Big chest there. Yeah, Guppy just wants to collect cosmetics. Already has FD and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Good to know that we would never be able to do the Invisible Soldier or Darmani. Yeah, we're seeing Guppy start the boss fight. Michi going to the room before the boss fight. Interesting stuff. A raid for the main Zelda Speedrun channel.
Oh,
Hello,
another
everyone.
one.
Yeah, if you guys asked for example, a close race or a close race where there's divergence in the middle and runners do different things, I think this is as much as you could ask for. The spectator side, it's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we're seeing the weird Guppy time of day right now because it should not be 10 and something in the middle of this fight.
Mm-hmm.
Very weird. It is the route. It is the long jump at the beginning route. It just spends way less in game time. So awkward. So I'm not sure. Well, I mean, if you account for the time, I don't know, having to walk with Bunny Hood to the clock tower and then I don't know. Mitch needing to hook shot here.
That was
See if
managed to
something
get
went
it, though.
wrong. Oh yeah, he was doing the Gomez fight earlier, so he's he's a little bit more behind.
Mm-hmm. And Guppy gonna have to wait about half a minute. Just for those final hours.
Gonna froze some guais. Wow.
I think that's his personal message to Dodo.
Wait, don't you just soar after the countdown started because of the tower opening or whatever?
That's what you should do.
Yeah, Guppy kind of just didn't. I don't know. Whatever. Yeah, right now Guppy very comfortably on the lead, as close as it is. Would
Yeah, the
need
cutscene is removed, so
would need a major mess up combined with Michi's not doing the fast blue twin mode stuff. I think that was probably required to shave off the lead from Guppy here.
mm-hmm.
So if it is as unlikely as it gets for Guppy to lose right now, all the Majora trolls dying, it's not gonna happen. Way too much health, double defense, running out of magic, it's not gonna happen. Especially with the double container.
And he did just pick up that heart piece for a full health refill, so
Would have been faster to roll over to the ferry in Ikana. Gonna be that guy, you know.
And Twin Mold is now down for Michi. Whereas Guppy is starting his Majora fight. Chad pointing out a very interesting play from Guppy, actually, grabbing the heart during the clock tower door opening. So not even losing time for that.
It's very interesting. Guppy is full of these hat tricks that maybe some people just don't know, including me. So it's very nice that the heart piece being grabbed runs along with the cutscene of the clock tower opening. Could have some applications. I mean, the application is for sure what Guppy did to regain the health.
And phase 2 is down as Michi arrives on the moon. Yeah, this was a very, very, very close race.
That was very good to watch, honestly. I really enjoyed it. Not end up being a super casino or lottery or anything. And a very nice middle game full clear, and that is it. Guppy will go through the lower bracket of the Majora's Mask Randomizer Season 3 tournament. GG.
Yep, with an official race time of 2 hours, 23 minutes, 28 seconds.
It's very, very good stuff.
And welcome, BC Guppy. GG.
Hey, how's it going, VSR? Thank you for the GGs, everyone, chat included.
Volume is very low on my side.
Is my volume low? Like I got a new microphone, so I'm not sure how good it is right now. Like, still working out a little bit of audio kinks. But
I can hear you just fine. Chad, if you can also chime in a little bit, just to let us know.
Grab headphones, no problem.
Let me see if this will help here. Am I any louder now?
Chad can hear you, so that's good.
Okay, well at least I'm, at least people can hear what I'm saying, so I suppose that's good enough for an interview.
All good.
So thoughts on that Goron mask location?
I'm actually more surprised at the hint locations for that Goron mask, because I kind of orphan the northeast Termina Field hints like pretty often, depending on how my opener goes. So seeing both of the well left path equals Goron hints there, I was pretty grateful that I did end up routing into those somehow in the end, because if I didn't, then yeah, this seed would have been much different for me.
Yeah, you definitely take some paths that are outside the usual opener stuff where you do the same thing. So when you got that hint, we were all like, it's the first time Guppy's getting that hint. Wow.
I have hookshot, so I couldn't have even gone for the Goron when I got the hint anyway. So I don't mind. I don't mind at all. But yeah, the Goron location was really funny. I don't think I've ever seen a seed where the left path sometimes hint actually makes a difference in the seed. A lot of the time it's just a wasted hint, but I suppose not. Also, I'm surprised that there was a required item in the well, and it wasn't on the right side. It was actually on the left side for once. I know Fox would be very appreciative to see that.
It was really interesting. Imagine having to also route right side in that spot. It would be a nightmare.
I mean, I did go to Palace out of logic at some point, so there was like a theoretical way I could have routed in Beans somehow, but I mean, yeah, like you don't have Deku Mask yet. It's not in logic, so you don't really have to worry about it.
Just get in, get out.
I was more interested in I was more interested in possibly getting a fish while I was in left side well, and then doing hot spring water grotto with hot spring water from the well there, but I decided, you know what, the Goron gave me all of PF and PR, like basically all of eggs, the entire eggs care package, and I thought, yeah, I'm not gonna start messing around with out of logic hot spring water right now while I have all of PF and then also a full clearable way of the hero Zora cape.
Was it still out of oh yeah, it was out of logic when you were there because you didn't get the magic from Ranch. Yo, that is really funny because I definitely pulled your ear when you ditched the hot spring water for sure.
It was
it
was
come on,
definitely
Guppy,
an
what are you
option that I
doing? Play the hero.
considered. It was an option that I considered, but I was still missing a lot of items, and I wanted to find that magic. And plus, eggs is just broken anyway, so just do eggs, lol, and then find your fire arrows and then your powder keg. By the time I got the Goron mask, I was still missing a lot of items, and then a lot of them ended up being in PF anyway. So yeah, I think I made the correct decision. There may have been a scenario where I lost this race because I was messing around with all the logic stuff too much, because this race ended up being pretty damn close actually.
Yeah, you definitely full cleared a lot of stuff. You full cleared almost everything you did except beavers. And Michi definitely he went to very few places without, the entire layout of items, so he couldn't do some stuff. For example, seahorses, because the picto box and all. I think he skipped Hungry Goron maybe. And
That was
he
the
did it, he
picto
did
box.
and no Ocean Spider House chest as well. So you definitely had that to add up on your time.
Does anyone remember where the pictograph box was?
Lens Cave.
He never went to Lens Cave? I guess he never went north without Goron then.
He did. It's just not marked on the tracker.
Oh, so he did get it?
He went
He
as
did,
late
but-
as you possibly think.
Yeah, like he pretty much like as you were exiting Snowhead, I believe Michi started entering Snowhead, but he was finishing up the Mountain Village checks as you were starting to enter.
Hang on, so was he did he have Goron when he went north?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so he probably got the hook shot way before me then.
Yes, he
Yeah.
did.
Okay, that's a lot of time that he made up on me there.
Hmm.
Maybe not so much. The thing with Michi's run when it comes to exploring these locations, by the time where he had the hook shot, of course he had Zormask because it was so early. I think he went more for the Great Bay stuff, and he started eggs. And then me on the commentary, we're here like, okay, maybe he's gonna leave eggs hanging and try to get items in other locations because North was open. He could have entered Ikana. He was still running the cafe quest on the cycle, and he didn't go straight to day 3. He was gonna do that later. So we were wondering where he was gonna go, but no, he's just straight up immersed himself in eggs, just finished everything, all of it. And only then, after more stuff, he went. Eventually he went to Ikana. Eventually went to North and stuff.
So he never did sewers then.
No, he didn't.
Nope.
He never did. Well, actually, I was pretty scared of Treasure Chest Game and Road to Iconic Grotto. Those were pretty bad checks for me. I also reset over a Letter to Mama, and I never did Town Archery, so those are things that I was like a little worried because I don't know how Michi is going to play in the seed because he's kind of random. He's the kind of player that can play extremely aggressive and also play very thorough depending on the seed. He's a very unpredictable opponent. So yeah, there were a lot of things that I was fearful for. As soon as I found the light arrows, I was wondering, okay, what dungeons did Michi not full clear? Like, how much of the game did he skip, and how much of the game did I skip compared to him? Spoiler alert, I didn't skip very much at all. But yeah, I didn't know if Michi full cleared Woodfall Temple. I don't know if he full cleared Snowhead Temple.
He did full clear Snowhead, but in terms of Woodfall, he only just did what was required since when you went to Woodfall, he went to GBT. So
Oh damn, yeah, that kind of stings a bit because Ranch was way the hero and Sonata's there, and obviously I got the magic. I got both magic, so I knew Ranch was way the hero for a magic, but at the same time, if you pull a dungeon song from a Way the Hero location, it makes the dungeon that's behind that more likely to have your required item when you're in a one-off of Go hunt. Like these kind of seeds are why I write down all of the Way of the Hero candidates on my notes to see like, okay, how powerful is the like, let me try to explain this a little bit better. So if light arrows were in Woodfall Temple, then that meant that the only extra location that would be a Way of the Hero candidate would be Woodfall Temple. But if it was in Great Bay Temple, then then it would be 2 locations that would be Way of the Hero candidates added on top of the quite low list that I had. So Great Bay Temple and Iconic Graveyard not being hinted Way of the Hero makes it so that the checks in Woodfall Temple are slightly more likely to have the final Go mode item. And plus, there's a lot of opponents that I could play against that take Way of the Heroes super seriously, and then they go to Woodfall Temple before Great Bay Temple, and then you know, if lights are there, and then I end up killing Wart for nothing, that's another, you know, that's a lot of time that I could be bleeding there. But yeah, normally in these scenarios, I would probably do Great Bay Temple like after Snowhead, but it's just tough when you have all of Woodfall still to do because Deku just became available, and then Left Side Palace is just like a completely free check. If light arrows are there, then you feel super stupid full clearing 2 temples, and then your go mode is just on the way of getting a song check. So yeah, it's
Yeah,
tough. Like as soon as I was 1 off of go, I was like, oh fuck, now I have 3 dungeons I can choose from. Like, do I skip Hugo? Do I hit the Snowhead Owl and then fucking soar to the swamp to try to avoid doing Snowhead? Do I do that cold soar to go to do Great Bay Temple first? It's a tough scenario when the items are in pretty simple locations.
yeah. If you went all the way to Woodfall, it would be very weird to soar to Great Bay Temple back. I thought at first you would go for Great Bay Temple because of the go mode versus full clear difference, but then you went to Palace Woodfall. It made sense because that is those are things you absolutely have to do, especially since you know that the Deku song is required. So it really made sense. And at that point, you just do Woodfall Temple because of the good full clear.
What's sad too is that I am a proponent of never cold soar. So if the chest behind the Woodfall Owl was a big chest, you know for a fucking fact that I would do Great Bay Temple before Woodfall Temple there. Like if I clear Woodfall, get a big chest at the back of Woodfall, and then it's not light arrows, I'm not gonna do a fucking Zora long jump or anything to get back to just to do Woodfall Temple. I'm gonna soar to Great Bay Temple because that's suddenly my best play. I can also full clear Hall in that case, but I figured like, okay, if I do Woodfall Temple first and then I do Great Bay Temple afterwards, I can think about maybe doing Beavers, because you know, I don't know if Michi is gonna do that or not. I have no idea, so I could potentially route that after Great Bay Temple because at that point there's not much of the game left. Doing Beavers is somewhat reasonable.
Yeah,
So
he did it.
I figured that if I do all my dungeons and then I end up at the Cape Owl, then I can just do Beavers, and then I can begin the full clear route, and also probably do something like Treasure Chest game with extreme copium, hoping that Michi didn't do it, you know, at the hour 30 mark. So yeah, it's tough to route the seed as soon as everything opens up and you're looking for one item in a 1v1 scenario, especially. If it's a weekly, like, I don't mind doing the normal, the quote-unquote normal-ish temple order, or, you know, the most safe routing I could possibly do. But I know Michi is in this tournament to win, and I know that, you know, I haven't found any items in out-of-the-way locations, so maybe he could just go full bread mode and then pull a win off of me just by skipping everything in the game. That's a pretty scary thought for me to, you know, do frickin' stuff like Seahorses and Hugo, and then for him to just scoop a win by 1 minute.
Yeah. One last thing for me, what I really liked was that on the beginning, given that you opened South and Michi did observatory stuff, so the Ladder Cafe you would get very much later on his side. And he did the typical, just ditch the Ladder Cafe for toilet and then do it on the other cycle. He did leave the cafe quest hanging and only did it after a lot of stuff. I would have done it in one way, but what he did make sense. But he only got Goron Mask much later because the wallet was in the cafe quest, and you did your usual, super. What I think it's weird. You go to one place and then to the other, and route one thing, kind of in very unorthodox fashion. But really liked it as well because it was a piece of routing that you did that proved to be very full clear and also very efficient. You got the magic super late, but it was one of the scenarios that your route just made sense and you did not get, I mean, Pinnacle Rock, but you did not get, hindered by it in any way. I just really liked to see both sides,
It just feels good when you're routing around stuff like Letter to Cafe, and then you do cool shit like, okay, night 2 postman game into swordsman school, like doing all of West Clocktown deposit, and then you get more money in Laundry Pool, routing Guru with the rest of Laundry Pool. You know, if, I love finessing early game like that, and although like it was pretty spooky uh, with where those two gossip stones were that I was orphaning, like it could have easily just been Goron Mask on Swamp Spider House, and I didn't have a Swamp Spider House in for a very, very long time, like an hour or something. So if those two hints in North Termina were just like, all right, buddy, go get your Goron Mask in the Swamp Spider House, I would have been very, very, very sad. But like you said, it's a very efficient route that I did. I know how to put off checks to do them later. Like, I'm not the kind of guy that's gonna do fucking Letter to Mama and Town Archery just because I need to reset for a keg if I can help it to get the Letter to Mama back. So yeah, I just try to play as fast as I can, I guess. If progression is calling my name, then I will go to it. If I find early Letter to Cafe, then I'll make sure that Old Lady suddenly isn't the worst check in the game. Yeah, I like that I can be extremely flexible with how I route the game, because I am pretty own proof, I guess you could say. I don't think I don't think I would allow something to happen like what happened in Exodus versus Alf, I think it was, where it was where Exodus, or not Alf. Anyway, it was
Grigo.
a seed where All Night Mass Purchase had Captain's Hat, and
Yeah, yeah.
Exodus super hard last locationed it. Like, I'm always thinking about stuff like that. If I have Letter to Cafe done, then I'm gonna make sure that I don't get completely bodied by All Night Mass Purchase, no matter how the seed goes. Sometimes it's, you can't help it because, oh, you're late Letter to Cafe for your second wallet, and then suddenly you have like 3 checks waiting for All Night Mass Purchase. Like, sometimes you can't help it, but I try to do the best I can to not get destroyed by RNG.
Yeah, there are definitely some checks that if you look for them, you can definitely push them to much later in the game, and also route them just as fast, but just do other stuff earlier while still being safe and stuff. It's definitely a good skill to build.
Respect players that can do stuff like 1 hour Dodongos or 1 hour freaking Aroma in Office, and then not forget those checks. Like, the people who put off checks and then they don't just straight up forget them, like, I have mad respect for those people. If you can do that, if you can, route East Clocktown chest an hour after Aroma in Office and do it because it was a genuine decision that you made, then I fucking hella respect that. I want to see more players that can do that.
I personally stick more to my openers, but you also have to know how to do these things for sure to be a more complete player.
I also want to mention one more thing. I was very sad about the recoil flip to Zoe Grotto. My controller has been failing, and I know exactly why it's been failing. If I put in too many inputs at the same time on my controller, then it drops inputs. And I tried to pause buffer the recoil flip to Zoe Grotto, but the amount of things that you have to hold in your controller while pause buffering is too many. Because I don't know if it's my controller or if it's because it's wireless and my wireless card is dying on my laptop, but yeah, I was pretty sad that I had to kind of like drop it because just because of a controller issue that I only recently learned about. Like gainers as well are really hard for me. Sometimes the backflips just don't come out, and it's because of a controller issue. But I'm gonna try to get that resolved. In any case, failing the recoil flip to Zoe Grotto made me skip dog race. So if I was, really, really persistent on doing that recoil flip, and it took me, an extra minute to get a Mask of Truth, then I would have done dog race. I would have lost 1 more minute, and then that would have been enough for Michi to win. So maybe it was a good thing overall.
Surprisingly, that would have probably mattered.
If it wasn't for Goron being locked by only hookshot from me, I would have had to basically keep trying because Twin Islands was the way of the hero, right? So
yeah.
But I knew that okay, if I find hookshot, then I just get Goron, and then I just go to Twin Island anyway, and I don't have to do the recoil flip. And there's not very many items that could own me if I get them late like that. And in this case, it was Mask of Truth, so if light arrows were on dog race, I would have been very, very, very sad. That would have been super unlucky to miss the Zoe Grotto recoil flip and then lose the race because my controller won't input, 5 things at once. Would have been disastrous, but other than that, I think I played this fine. I don't think I would have changed anything.
It was definitely
overall,
very good.
Gameplay was pretty good. Yeah, just the whole thing about having to choose between 3 different full clearable dungeons kind of sucks, but there's not much you can really do about that. Like usually Great Bay Temple is the one you want to full clear first, but there was just a lot of circumstances that prevented me from doing that. Like I knew there was a big chest in Underwater TI, so I'm like, okay, I'll just do Spring and then I'll do my next dungeon. I'm not gonna hit the Snowhead Owl and then Cold Sore out of that because I'm the anti-Cold Sore guppy. So yeah, there's not much I would have really done. Other than that, the seed was kind of boring. I played a seed before this one just to practice because I only play Season 3 the day of me scheduling a match. Or rather the day that I play a match, pretty much. I play my own settings every other day, pretty much, so... yeah, I played a seed before this one, and it was pretty interesting. It had, light arrows on Kita, and then ice arrows in Shrine for fire arrows on the same check that light arrows were on this seed. So, Also, Captain's Hat was in the same location 2 seeds in a row for me. I had a Captain's Hat on the same check and cape. 2 seeds in a row. It was in my practice seed too, so yeah, the seed I played before this one was a lot more fun, but you know what, I'll take the W. Any seed where I can get a W in a tournament match, I'll take it.
Those different settings gameplays that are definitely shaping you up, and congratulations on the win again and advancing through the lower bracket for sure.
Thank you very much, Spec. I look forward to hearing the lovely commentators' voices when I watch this stream back, because I know Spec is actually the most goated MMR player of all time with his language such as cold sore or cold weight. God, that was so funny. The cringe sore, just the vocabulary I'm getting from this man is unmatched. But not to discredit Axel as well. He's been commentating a shit ton, and his commentary is very solid as well. So I look forward to watching this back and then seeing how much time I bled doing Woodfall Temple over Great Bay Temple.
You will have a good time. For now, that's it. Oh yeah.
Yeah, watching a lot of MMR and then being like, okay, let me try to throw my hand at the commentary booth, and all of a sudden, boom.
It's definitely worth it.
Yeah.
So, do we have any final comment? No.
For my questions, that's it for sure.
Don't eat a Packy 1 chip.
Oh my.
That's my only comment.
Interesting comment.
Totally not because I did it recently.
Oh, actually, I have one more thing. I'm just going to do a shameless plug. I'm working on a secret project TM for Majora's Mask Randomizer that will probably be shown off tomorrow or maybe tonight, depending on who's in the know and who's not. So look forward to that, because there is something exciting that I think anyone can pick up and play if they want to play Majora's Mask Randomizer in a much different way. So I did a channel point redemption for the Wayfaring Fox to play a seed to debut my secret project TM. So yeah, look forward to that, and I hope many people will play what I've been cooking up the past few days. So yeah, keep an eye out for that because it's happening very soon.
Thanks, you Guppy. So see, if you didn't join the Discord, you can join via the link I just posted a few minutes ago. So thanks to both runners. They did an amazing job. GG Guppy, GG Demichi. Demichi, as you can see, didn't join the interview. So we wish him a good rest. Also, I want to thank both commentary. We had Axel Ryman and we had Spec. Thanks both of you.
Thank you so much, Mizu, for the restream.
You're
Thanks for having
welcome.
us.
And also, I want to thank the hero in the shadow today. We had Skygoro as the tracker. Thanks you, everyone. I hope you did enjoy the seed. Sorry, Guppy, for the boring seed.
It's okay. You know what? I just hope that I'll get at least one seed in this tournament that's over 2.5 hours long. At least one. Because, yeah, those are the seeds where I really, really thrive in the most. So, yeah, please, no more, two 2Xs, no more 2 1Xs, or God forbid, 2 0Xs. Please just give me a seed with some meat on its bones, and I'll be forever grateful.
And I still wish for my Pamela seed. I never rolled one. So...
Yeah,
You're still awake.
Right now, we're gonna give you the first Pamela seed, the Pamela seed of the tournament. Okay, it's gonna be 3 hours plus, and at the end of it, I know that you're gonna say, "Oh my God, I wanted more." We're gonna give it to you, Guppy.
Oh,
Pamela plus.
Goron
Just
Mask.
wait for
Oh,
it.
linear sub 2 possible. Yeah, it's boring seed, man. Just
The
linear.
double dip Pamela, required 4 quadruple dip graveyard, Beaver's Gossip, just sub 2 possible. Yeah.
I know we're wrapping up here, but I just want to do an insert since someone mentioned Pamela. But the last season 2 seed I ever did had Deku Mask on Pamela, and Great Bay Temple was Wave the hero to get Storms on Boss Warp. So if we can end season 3 like that, then I'll be super happy about that. Seriously, no Pamela seeds at all in quals in the tournament, none at all. Like, bro, it's a what is it? It's like a 3% likely check to be required, but no, let's just have, Zora on Pohud or Light Arrows on Pohud instead. Like, bruh, just move Pohut. Let's move Pohut, put it inside Pamela's house, and then give it the items, please, instead.
Yeah, even season 2 didn't have any Pamela seeds.
I definitely remember Light Arrows and song items being on Pamela pretty often in season 2 in general, but yeah, it's just been surprisingly just a dead check. It's not even that rare to be required, so I don't know what Seedbot's smoking right now.
I don't know, but I wish you will change. Anyway, I hope you did enjoy the race and you did enjoy to be here in the chat. So for the upcoming race, we have Tuesday at 5 p.m. Eastern, Spec versus Aris. So stay tuned to see that match. On Wednesday, we have Datlasit and Icola at 12 p.m. Eastern. So don't miss it too. And Saturday on 3 p.m. Eastern, we have Skyward versus Andrea. And the winner of the loser of Skyward versus Andrea will go to the other section, and the winner of the loser section versus the winner of Sky and Andrea will go versus bcguppy. So yeah, bcguppy won't play until later.
I want to meet up with the homie Jess and losers bracket. That's all I ask for. Just let me shake the man's hand in bracket. That's all I ask.
I wish that for you.
Oh, thank you, Mizu.
So, I hope you did enjoy, and see you next time, everyone. Goodbye.
See ya.